जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा वंदे गुरुनीश भक्तानीशानीशवतारकान् तत्प्रकाशान् तत्शक्ति कृष्ण चैतन्य संज्ञकम् ग्रंथेरारंभ करि मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरण होय विघ्न विनाशन अनायास सफल निज वांछित पूर्ण नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for taking out your most valuable time to read here Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the nectarian pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you, Swati Mataji, for joining. Thank you, Shama Karuna Mataji, as well, for joining. We are reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter Adi Lila, chapter 8, entitled The Author Received the Order. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has been glorifying about the rarity of prema bhakti, how precious, how rare is the pure prema bhakti, and we should never take it cheaply. So we have been discussing these verses that how Shukdev Goswami told Maharaj Parikshit that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is always ready to help you. Krishna is always there to help us. How? As our master, guru, friend, God, dear friend, head of the family. So, in whatever relationship we choose to approach him, he will reciprocate. Yet, sometimes he agrees to act as your servant. Das bhi ban jate hain. Or order carrier, like Arjuna's Sarthi. You're very fortunate because this relationship is possible only by Bhakti Yoga. Bhaktya mam abhichanati. So bhakti, mukti are nothing in compared to pure bhakti or pure prem, which is the love of God. Hina preme, hina prema Shri Chaitanya dila yatha tatha jagai madai paryanta anyera ka katha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has freely given this love of Krishna everywhere and anywhere, even to the most fallen, such as Jagai and Madai. What then to speak of those who are already pious and elevated? Purport. The distinction between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift to human society and the gifts of others is that whereas so-called philanthropic and humanitarian workers have given some relief to human society as far as the body is concerned, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offers the best facilities for going back home, back to Godhead with love of Godhead. If one seriously makes a comparative study of the two gifts, certainly if he is at all sober, he will give the greatest credit to the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was with this purpose that Kaviraj Goswami said, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo Vichar, Vichar Karile Chitte Pabe Chamatkar. If you are indeed interested in logic and argument, kindly apply it to the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you do so, you will find it to be strikingly wonderful. 8.15. Sri Narottam Das Thakur says, Dina hina yata chilo harinam udharilo Tarasakshi Jagai Madai. The two brothers Jagai and Madai epitomize the sinful population of this age of Kali. They were most disturbing elements in human society because they were meat eaters, drunkards, women hunters, rogues, and thieves. Yet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered them, to say nothing of others who were sober, pious, devoted, and conscientious. The Bhagavad Gita confirms that, to say nothing of the Brahmanically qualified devotee and Raj Rishis, Kim Punar Brahmanah Punya Bhakta Rajarshyastatha. Anyone who, by the association of a pure devotee, comes to Krishna consciousness becomes eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. In the Bhagavad Gita 9:32, the Lord thus declares, Mam hi partha vyapashritya yepi syu papayonayah striyo vaishyas tatha shudras tepi yanti param gatim. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they may be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered the two most fallen brothers Jagai and Madai. But the entire world is presently full of Jagais and Madais. Prabhupada is saying entire world is full of Jagai and Madais. Or in other words, women hunters, meat eaters, gamblers, thieves, and other rogues. Is it not true? The whole world is full of these kind of people who create all kinds of disturbances in the society. The activities of such persons have now become common practices. It is no longer considered abominable to be a drunkard, woman hunter, meat eater, thief, or rogue. For these elements have been assimilated by human society. This has become new normal. Everyone is drinking, everyone is having, many are having extra affairs and this and that, and meat eating is so common. Almost 90% of the world is doing that. Thief, rogues, stealing others' property, possessions. And this has become new normal, assimilated by human society. That does not mean, however, that the abominable qualities of such persons will help free human society from the clutches of Maya. If 90% of the people are doing something bad, that doesn't make it good. It's still bad. It will not help us to free from the clutches of Maya. Rather, they will entangle humanity more and more in the reactions of the stringent laws of material nature. One's activities are all performed under the influence of the modes of the material nature. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha. Because people are now associating with the modes of the ignorance, tamoguna, and to some extent passion, rajoguna, with no trace of goodness, sattva guna, they are becoming increasingly greedy and lusty. So what's the root cause? More and more association with tamoguna and rajoguna. That's the reason for increase of greed, lust, and other problems. For that is the effect of associating with these modes. Tadaragastamo bhavas kamalobhadayaschaye. By associating with the two lower qualities of material nature, one becomes lusty and greedy. Bhagavatam 1:19. Actually, in the modern human society, everyone is greedy and lusty. Everyone is greedy and lusty, not towards something or the other. And therefore, the only means of deliverance is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement, which can promote all the Jagais and Madais to the topmost position of the Sattva Guna or Brahmanical culture. Srimad Bhagavatam states 1 to 18 and 19. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati neshtaki tadarajastamo bhava kamalobhadayaschaye Chet etir anavidham sthitam sattve prasidati. Considering the chaotic condition of human society, if one actually wants peace and tranquility, one must take to the Krishna consciousness movement and engage always in the Bhagavad Dharma. Engagement in the Bhagavad Dharma dissipates all ignorance and passion. And when ignorance and passion are dissipated, one is freed from the greed and lust. When freed from greed and lust, one becomes Brahmanically qualified. So engaging in Bhagavad Dharma will free us from ignorance and passion and make us Brahmanically qualified. And when a Brahmanically qualified person makes further advancement, he becomes situated on the platform of Vaishnava. It is only on this Vaishnava platform that it is possible to awaken one's dormant love of God, and as soon as one does so, his life is successful. Life is successful. Not by getting the latest car, gadget, a multi-million dollar mansion, or a multi-million dollar bank balance. No, that's not the what is the what is the platform of success? How is one's life successful? To awaken dormant love of God. कृष्ण प्रेम सबके हृदय में है. कृष्ण प्रेम साध्य कबू नोए श्रवण आदि शुद्ध चित्त करियो उदय. इसको उदय करना है. कैसे? श्रवण आदि. नित्य सिद्ध कृष्ण प्रेम साध्य कबू नोए श्रवण आदि शुद्ध चित्त करियो उदय. It is the goal of life. That is the success of life. To awaken one's dormant love. What is the purpose? To awaken one's dormant love of God. At present, last paragraph. At present, human society is specifically cultivating the mode of ignorance, tamoguna, although there may be also symptoms of passion, rajoguna, full of kama and lobha, lust and greed. The entire population of the world consists mostly of the Shudras and few Vaishyas, and gradually it is coming about that there are Shudras only. 99, like majority of the population is Shudras. Communism is a movement of Shudras, and capitalism is meant for Vaishyas. In the fight between these two factions, the Shudras and the Vaishyas, gradually, due to abominable condition of society, the communist will emerge triumphant. And as soon as this takes place, whatever is left of society will be ruined. The only possible remedy that can counteract the tendency toward communism is the Krishna consciousness movement, which can give even communists the real idea of communist society. According to the doctrine of communism, the state should be the proprietor of everything. But the Krishna consciousness movement, expanding this same idea, accepts God as the supreme proprietor of everything. People cannot understand this because they have no sense of God. But the Krishna consciousness movement can help them to understand God and to understand that everything belongs to God. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka mahishwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gyatvam Mam Shanti Mrichati, the peace formula, 529 Bhagavad Gita. Since everything is the property of God and all the living entities, not only human beings, but even animals, birds, and plants, and so on, are all children of God. Everyone has the right to live at the cost of God with God consciousness. This is the sum and substance of Krishna consciousness movement. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Such a beautiful verse and a beautiful purport here. Everything is like as clear as like the noon sun. Mahaprabhu's mercy is unparalleled. No one is disqualified because everyone is like Jagai and Madai, including my own self. Why? Because everyone is following ignorance and passion. Lust, greed, envy, pride, illusion are so common, Prabhupada is saying. Everyone is, running after mad rat race. Even though understanding that the human life is so rare and so vulnerable. Hmm. Is it not? Any moment, anything could happen. Just today, someone shared this news. Some people from India they they had gone to Vietnam for some holiday. Sometimes they get like a free holiday package. So they were all mobile phone dealers and they had met their quota. So somehow they were taken to a free trip by this mobile company. All good intentions, everything was good. And they were in this some water, some river, something, in a boat, speedboat, and suddenly their boat capsized and 15 Indians killed or drowned or they're dead. They're all young. Young means like 30s, 40s, 50s, and they're dead. The end. Hmm. Everyone is making a huge plan. Oh, I'll save millions of dollars. I'll make a big palace for my grandkids. The end. Khatam. Hmm. Of course, we pray for them, but we understand what is the real goal of life. Prabhupada so clearly mentions. What did we learn in this verse? What is the real success of life as per this verse? Anyone recalls? To reawaken the dormant love of God. That is real success, of human form of life. To awaken the dormant love of God. And how will that come? Can we get it in the ignorance? So ignorance to passion, to sattva or goodness, to Brahmanical culture, to Vaishnava culture. Prabhupada is amazing, and he becomes student on the platform. It is only on this Vaishnava platform it is possible. So then once Krishna Prema or dormant love of Godhead will awaken. So we are on this journey. First, you have to become a good human being. Ignore or get rid of this ignorance, tamoguna. And how to get rid of tamoguna? What's the secret sauce? How to get to sattva culture? We also learned how will the ignorance and passion be destroyed? इसको खत्म कैसे करेंगे? These are Jagai Madai propensities, right? Lust, greed. Bhagavad Dharma, right? If one wants peace and tranquility, one has to engage in Bhagavad Dharma. Engaging in Bhagavad Dharma will dissipate all ignorance and passion. What is Bhagavad Dharma? If someone says, what is Bhagavad Dharma? In a few words, can anyone say? What is Bhagavad Dharma? Shravan, Kirtan, right? That is the most
chanting and
chanting and hearing.
hearing.
Shravan,
Shravanam and Kirtanam. Yeah.
of course, then all the 9 limbs are important, but out of those, chanting and Shravan
These two
Kirtan
are
are
very important.
And taking good association, being in the company of the right people. So then we will get free from ignorance and passion. Okay, pop quiz. What is ideal communism as per this verse? Okay, what is current perverted reflection of communism? Okay, what is communism? Let's understand this. I'm also. What's communism? Anyone knows?
I might be wrong. Is it atheistic, Prabhuji?
Not
I mean,
really.
atheist. Okay.
Atheistic is a little different.
That everyone should have
Dictation.
equal opportunity.
Huh, Manjal?
Everyone should have equal opportunity, irrespective of their qualifications.
Okay. Like, what's the country known for its communist government?
Russia.
Russia falls under communism. How
I
about
think
China?
previously it was like that, but now they have changed, I think so.
How about China? I think China is
China.
also known for its communism,
Yes.
but it's a perverted reflection of communism. So communism is a political and socio-economic ideology that advocates the abolition of private property and the establishment of a classless society. Like America is a capitalist country, right? Like there are some people who are super rich, like trillionaires now. Someone can have multi-million billion dollars and someone could be just making bare ends meet. And someone could employ thousands of people under them. So in communist country, there's abolition of private property and establishment of classless society. Basically, they're saying for each according to his ability and according to his needs. Ownership of land or capital used to produce wealth is eliminated. So now, what is real communism? As per this verse, as per Prabhupada's purport. Okay, let's read one more time. So there is always fight between communist and the capitalist. Yes, Krishna is the proprietor. Yes, that's real communism. And due to the abominable condition of society, the communist will emerge triumphant, victorious. And as soon as that takes place, whatever is left of society will be ruined. Because there are more Shudras these days. Everyone wants so-called equal rights. But the only remedy that can counteract the tendency toward communism is Krishna consciousness movement, which can give even communists the real idea of communist society. So communist को भी communist कैसे बनना है, that according to the doctrine of communism, the state should be the proprietor. The government will control, the state will control. But Krishna conscious movement expanding in this idea accepts God. God is our real government. राम राज्य में राम के बिना राम राज्य कैसे होगा? People want Ram Rajya, but where is Ram? Ram is nowhere in the picture, so how can there be Ram Rajya? Because when God is the proprietor, the enjoyer, the ideal king, the ideal leader does not want to extract taxes to fill their own pocket, rather to give it back as protection, grains, to serve the kingdom as their own child. But people cannot understand this because they have no sense of God. Therefore, they fight. They fight with their own brothers. We're all brothers and sisters. So everyone is fighting with each other. Why? To get more share. So in short, the world needs Krishna consciousness, the Bhagavad Dharma. And that is how Mahaprabhu is there to freely diya yatha tatha. Hina prema Shri Chaitanya dila yatha tatha. Sabko baat rahi. The topmost thing. Jagai madai paryant अन्येर काका था. जब जगाई मदाई जैसे पापी जीवों को मिल गया तो बाकियों का क्या कहना? It's like the worst person in got the best thing. What to speak of those who are somewhere better than Jagai Madai, who are already pious and elevated? They definitely will get. Any thoughts, comments, questions? Okay, let's read further. Anyone would like to read, please? 21.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I can read, Prabhu.
21. Hare Krishna devotees. Srila Prabhupada. Swatantra Ishvara Prema Nighura Bhandara Bhilaila Yare Tare Nakaila Vichara. Translation and purport by Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, is fully independent. Therefore, although it is the most confidentially stored benediction, he can distribute love of Godhead to anyone and everyone without consideration. Purport. This is the benefit of Lord Chaitanya's movement. If one somehow or other comes in contact with the Hare Krishna movement without consideration of his being a Shudra, Vaishya, Jagai, Madai, or even lower, he becomes advanced in spiritual consciousness and immediately develops love of Godhead. We now have actual experience that throughout the entire world, this movement is making many such persons lovers of God simply by the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Actually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared as the spiritual master of the entire world. He does not discriminate between offenders and the innocent. Krishna Prema Pradaya. He liberally gives love of Godhead to anyone and everyone. This can be actually experienced as stated in the next verse. Hare Krishna Prabhu. So in this verse, Prabhupada explained very nicely in the purport that we know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in the Kali Yuga as a Bhaktavatar. So, but he is very, very merciful in our Gaudiya Vaishnava also. So first we worship the deities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and especially in Kali Yuga, chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and worshipping the deities of Gaunithai. So they are very, very merciful. So it doesn't matter which country, which religion, or which caste we belong to, but whoever chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very eager to give the love of Godhead to us. So approaching Krishna is little harder, but approaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is very, very benediction, like who will give benediction to easily to all the devotees. So it's very, very wonderful, Prabhu. So he's the person who can give us the Krishna Prema. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, you can add.
Very bol, Jai. Someone may say, well, why is he giving it to the most unqualified people? Why? What's the reason as per this verse? There are many reasons, but what's the reason as per this verse? Because he is Swatantra. If a multi-billionaire chooses to give $2 million to a particular charity, who are you and I to ask, hey, why are you giving? Arey, uska money, he wants to give. He has earned it. So Krishna Prema, the Lord is Swatantra, he wants to give. He's fully independent. And he has specially come in this age. Niguda, he's Chandavatar. And he has come to give the most confidential Bhandara. Prema Bhandara. Prema Niguda Bhandara. Not just Prema. Prema, the most confidential love of God. Most confidential benediction. And he can distribute to anyone and everyone. Right? Who he chooses. We cannot question. So causeless mercy. Intelligent person is, okay, I'll also go. The billionaire is extra merciful. Let me also beg for someone. Maybe I'll also get some, you know. He'll not ask, hey, why are you giving, sir? Are you crazy? Are you in your mind? Have you lost your mind? Why are you giving? Why are you just giving your wealth for free to people who are not qualified? No one will ask that. Intelligent person is, okay, maybe apni jholi, let me also beg. So intelligent devotee is one who the Lord is giving. Let me beg some showers of Krishna prema. Next verse. Anyone would like to read? Yes, please.
Yes, Prabhuji, I can read. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada. अद्यापि देके चैतन्य नाम लीलाया कृष्ण प्रेम पुलकश्रु विह्वले से हाय. Translation: whether he is offensive or inoffensive, anyone who even now chants Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda is immediately overwhelmed with ecstasy and tears fill his eyes. Purport: the Prakruta Sahityas who chant Nitai Gaura Radhe Shyama have very little knowledge of the Bhagavata conclusion, and they hardly follow the Vaishnava rules and regulations. Yet because they chant Bhajan Nitai Gaura, their chanting immediately evokes tears and other signs of ecstasy. Although they do not know the principles of Vaishnava philosophy and are not very much advanced in education, by these symptoms they attract many men to become their followers. Their ecstatic tears will, of course, help them in the long run, for as soon as they come in contact with the pure devotee, their lives will become successful. Even in the beginning, however, because they are chanting the holy names of the Nitai Gaura, their swift advancement on the path of love of Godhead is very prominently visible. Hare Krishna. So I can. It is nice to understand, Prabhuji. Those whoever wants, and it is whether they chant offensively or inoffensively, but chanting the holy name of Nityananda Prabhu and Gauranga Prabhu, it is they are oh, I mean they are so happy in that aspect that even the animals in Jharkhand, they started dancing and chanting the name of the Lord. And even the I mean a washerman, I think so, yes, even he gave the name of Hari Bol, just to call, to chant the name Hari Bol. He was so ecstatic and he started jumping and dancing with joy. So this simple chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it gives so much of blissful to the person. And and this is that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling, that I've got so many fruits, I don't know how to distribute it. Please take it. I've got so much. Please take it. I'm giving it freely. You please accept it. In this way, Prabhupada, he distributed this Mahamantra to the whole world uh, with so much of love, and where where the devotees are waiting to take this Mahamantra, but like us, some of them, we are so fallen, like we are not at all we are not just eligible to take this and chant the holy name and go back to Godhead. That's what I understood. Prabhu says this mantra is so potent and powerful. Thank you, Prabhuji. You can add that.
Haribo. Anyone has heard this mantra? Nitai Gaur, Radhe Shyam, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Jain said, is it a good idea to chant this mantra? Okay. So sometimes we see there are people who chant, although it will give some benefit, but it's not what Prabhupada's mode is. This is again from 7.4, Adi Lila, the last chapter. Many unscrupulous devotees manufacture a Mahamantra of their own. Sometimes they sing Bhajan Nitai Gaur, Radhe Shyam, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Or Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Radhe Govinda. You see, like the words are all good, spiritual, but this is their own manufacturing of mantra is not a good idea. Actually, however, one should chant the names of full Pancha Tattva, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktarunda. And then the 16 words, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But these unscrupulous, less intelligent men confuse the entire process. Of course, since they are also devotees, they can express their feelings in that way. But the method prescribed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pure devotee is to first chant the full Panchatattva mantra and then chant the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So these are called Prakrita Sahajiyas who may chant this, so they may get some benefit, tears and all this. But it's not Prabhupada's mode. It's like, why don't we take the full benefit and the full mercy and the full access given by the devotees, given by the pure devotees, given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So this is the power of the holy name. Whether one is offensive or inoffensive. Anywhere and everywhere. पुलक अश्रु आंखों से अश्रु यानी कि tears in ecstasy, overwhelmed. Mahaprabhu used to have like rivers of tears, not drops. Any thoughts, comments, questions so far? Okay, we can read maybe one more. Let's see. Yes, anyone wants to read? Chital Mataji or Avni Vedehi, who wants to read? Manjulali, Priya Devi.
Hare Krishna, text 23. Nityananda balite hai, Krishna primodaye, olaya sakalanga, ashru gangavai. Simply by talking of Nityanand Prabhu, one awakens his love for Krishna. Thus, all his bodily limbs are agitated by ecstasy, and tears flow from his eyes like the waters of the Ganges. So, Nityanand Prabhu is through Nityanand Prabhu we can achieve Lord Chaitanya's mercy, and through Lord Chaitanya's mercy we can get the darshan of Shri Radha and Krishna and Vrindavan. So we cannot bypass Nityanand Prabhu. Even he is very potent.
Thank you, Jai. So there's no purport to this verse, text 23. Daskaraj Goswami is glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, glorifying Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda bolite hoya Krishna prema uddhav. नाम लेने से ही कृष्ण प्रेम उदय हो जाएगा. Just by speaking Nityananda, Nitai. His Holiness Jayapataka Sai Maharaj used to teach this to some of his doctor devotees, disciples, that the doctors have to do some muscular test or some, like, tell the patients, hey, can you touch your thigh? Can you touch your head? Can you touch your shoulder? Just to see the physical and muscular movement. So they'll say, okay, touch your knee and say knee. Touch your thigh and say thigh. And then say, they combine it. Touch knee, touch thigh, knee, thigh, knee, thigh, knee, thigh, knee, thigh. Isn't that amazing? Just by unknowingly, they don't even know what they're chanting. But people, love these names. Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda. They're easy and They make everyone chant and dance. Even the people like Western people, those who don't know what this Gauranga means, what this Nityananda means, they'll also get the mercy. Just by what we read in this Nityananda bolite haya Krishna Premoddha. While talking about Nityananda Prabhu, once Krishna Prema Uday hota hai. And the tears, Ashru Gangavai, one gets into the ecstasy. The limbs are quivering. Alaya Sakala Anga, agitated or like quivering. Ashtasatvik Vikar. Okay, any quick thoughts, questions, comments anyone has before we pause? Okay. Shri Nityan Prabhu ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Charitamrita ki jai, Krishna Das Goswami ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samveti Gaur Bhaktavrindi ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha Uttana pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you. Hare Krishna.